Welcome to Bookwood. I'm glad you chose to spend some time with me. After preparing to travel through the fantastic universe in my reading journal, I keep the travel tip going in my bullet journal. Let's go visit some Nébuleuses all the way up there in space. This setup is inspired by the duology Les Nébuleuses by Amandine Peter. If you watched some videos of mine, you'd probably notice that I don't really read sci-fi, especially set in space with aliens and such. These seem to scare me somehow. How come I read this one? Well, I needed a space opera for the Reddit fantasy bingo. I asked my husband to recommend me one. This is his favorite genre. He mostly consumes it as anime, like the Gundam series or Albator. I really enjoyed this read. It doesn't have the scary space and aliens atmosphere. We are following Annie. She is an orphan that grew up in the care of a temple of the Nebularium, the religious order in this universe. She is on the verge of becoming an untouchable initiate when the temple is attacked and she is kidnapped. Annie wakes up in a spaceship, a bionef that has biological material and is thus alive. We'll explore this ship and get to know it, but also we will get to know his diverse and strange crew. They take Annie on a trip to visit some planets, and throughout the whole duology all planets are unique and interesting. Some have some funny winks to our life as well. Slowly we will also get to know all of the crew members and their backstories. All of them are very different and their stories have different levels of drama. They influence not only how they react to the events, but also how they form bonds with the other crew members. They will take Annie to an artificial planet, to the one that ordered her capture. But Storm, the captain, and his crew do not leave her there as they have no confidence in this person. This is where Annie's quest begins to find out why she's considered special. We'll learn about the Nébuleuses, when they appeared, what they made happen, but also about the rebels that aren't agreeing with how the powers of these gas clouds are being used. And in the end, it comes down to this conflict again. What is the right thing to do? The characters are diverse, touching, interesting, and their banter is great. The atmosphere is palpable. All is well depicted. The world is vast but also very clear. The scenes are made of pure emotion. The plot follows the space opera lines but holds a lot of twists and surprises. It's an original story. The writing style is very pure and stripped of all unnecessary tralala, simple and efficient, sometimes very funny. At the start, this duology takes the time to set the stage, and when the action begins, The balance between events and emotions is just perfect. My husband and I were a bit sad that we couldn't get our hands on the prequel. We had some difficulty finding this book, but now we have a Kindle and it is on it, so we can read it. I have already added it to my library and will read it as soon as possible. This is a great family read. Not only we, the adults, enjoyed it very much, but also the teens do. Tilia has already read the whole duology, Jorim just started, and he is not able to not talk about it. I would like to see this book translated at least to English and to be turned into an anime. It was way too good to be kept only for the French-speaking people. So far, I have set up my cover spread, my calendar, and my things we can do pages. Now I'm working on my health tracker. This month, I'm very happy with it. It seems I'm getting the hang of making it attractive. Let's talk a bit about the decorations. It was these cute space traveler stickers that made me think of Les Nébuleuses and that gave me the idea for this theme. I paired them with the cloud washi that reminds me of the nebula on the cover of the first book and the craft paper with clouds and stars. I chose the splashes of stars to make smaller backgrounds and some small golden space stickers. Those were very hard to pull off their sheet. I added some washis from my way too large collection. I wonder, would you like me to include the links to the stationery I use? This month it is the review page that I like the less. I am still not sure that I want to keep the dark washi tape that goes down the middle line. What would you do? And what's your favorite spread of this setup? After the monthly pages, I set up my weeklies. I didn't measure out my usual boxes, so I could show you how I use my grid spacing ruler. I saw this ruler made by several bujo creators, and as I always use the same layouts, I marked them on the ruler instead of indicating the different dividers. I just have the middle of the page marked. No measuring, no counting. I just take over the space indicated on the ruler. This saves me so much time and avoid mistakes. I always choose a notebook with a 5x5mm grid, and I can use my ruler in all of them. Quick and easy is what I need since I make these setups week by week. You never know if you need an extra page for something. Normally I don't include this weekly page in my videos. It's nothing special, not even decorated, but since we're having a completer look at my weeklies, I've decided to show it. It's a menu and medication tracker. It helps me make my grocery list, but also comes in handy if I ate something that my IBS doesn't appreciate. I leave a little spot for the amount of steps I took that day, well, at least approximately. It only counts those I made with my phone. It's an indicator, but mostly it's there to make me feel bad if I didn't move enough. This brings us already to the end of this video. You can see all the spreads together in the final flip through.